It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law.
Wake up! Yep, that time again. Vape AM brought to you by Vapors1.com. I'm your host, Anthony Ramella. Yeah, I'm a little more awake this morning. I've been up for a few hours. So last couple of days we've been talking about quite a few things, and so I thought I would kind of bring it back today, kind of just give you some general news that we've got going on in the vaping industry. But like every day, we start off the show pretty much the same way with a little history. Today was the day that Beethoven released his Ninth Symphony, and I guess in history it is known as one of his best works. So I just thought that was kind of cool. I like to kind of spread that information around as far as different kind of history things, and Beethoven was a phenomenal artist, obviously, as most of you know. So congratulations to him on his Ninth Symphony. Yes, I know he's not around anymore. I looked up birthdays. I went through probably 10 different lists of birthdays. Couldn't find anybody that I really felt like I wanted to talk about today, so we're going to skip birthdays for today. So let's get on to some Wake and Vape news. Something I didn't actually put in my notes because I just found out about it this morning. Hawaii has decided to not ban flavors. I repeat, not ban flavors. So good job, Hawaii. I don't know exactly what they're going to do as far as that goes, but basically what I read had an idea that they felt like vaping could exist in Hawaii, so they wanted to take another look at it and make some regulations that would make sense. So I'm happy for that. At least some logical minds are looking at that situation and thinking, maybe we shouldn't have so many smokers. Let's try vaping. All right, so time for some Wake and Vape news. So one of the things I found yesterday was that Customs had actually seized a bunch of counterfeit JUUL pods. They were headed for Newark, Delaware, and Customs officials in Philadelphia found 1,152 counterfeit JUUL pods in about 36 boxes. There were also some counterfeit JUUL devices and things like that. All these items were coming over from China. So that is a concern. I'm obviously not a huge fan of the JUUL product just because I'm not a pod guy necessarily, and I don't think that that's the type of hit that I would like anyway out of something like that. But if you are one of those people out there that do use a JUUL, there's a concern about this, and if you see like inexpensive JUUL pods online, there's a good chance they probably can be counterfeit, and you really don't know what kind of liquid they are putting into those. JUUL does pretty much have a very high standard as far as the products that they put out. They are very, very on top of anybody that tries to copy anything that they do, because they do have proprietary items in their pods. I've seen a lot of different kinds of refillable JUUL pods, and not any of them that I've seen are exactly like the JUUL ones. So there's something special going on in there. But just to let you guys know, if you are seeing like an inexpensive or a cheap JUUL pod, maybe that you can ship from overseas, I might take a second thought before doing that, because you just never know what kind of liquid is actually going to be in those pods. So the one funny thing about it is that JUUL was very happy about the job that Customs did. Well, no doubt. I mean, I'm sure any company that is selling something here in the States that has a trademark that wants to cut down on anything that's counterfeit. So, that's the situation there. In other news, unfortunately, this is another JUUL story. It looks like JUUL's going to be moving, and I'm really not surprised. San Francisco has done everything in their power to eliminate anything that has to do with vaping, and I believe like JUUL has to be at this point feeling the pressure. It would make sense for them to go ahead and move. I mean, if a city really doesn't want you that bad, then stop giving them the money, stop renting space, stop paying taxes. And I think this goes for any vapor company. Go to a place where they want you, that they accept you with open arms, that they want that tax base, that they want those jobs, that they want those things. I mean, San Francisco, you're only 46 square miles, and you just got rid of a bunch of jobs. Now, JUUL is not saying that this is an official thing. Actually, one of the spokespeople said that there's nothing in place yet. There's nothing signed and documented that says that we're going to do this. The funny thing was, though, that if you looked, there were job postings already coming up for things that were specific to JUUL in the South Carolina area. So it looks like JUUL is going to be moving to South Carolina. One of the things that the JUUL spokesperson said that they had previously had no plans to announce this. However, with the online job postings with 2 different positions, it does look like they're going to be moving to somewhere close to Columbia, South Carolina. So that's what's going on today in news. I really don't have a lot more for you guys today. This is kind of a quick one today. We've gone through a lot of things this week, and I wanted to keep this a little bit lighter, just to kind of give you guys some normal vaping news that's coming out there. the thing I have to keep stressing with you guys is that you got to stop smoking or you're going to die. But the most important thing is right now, vape is under an attack like we've never seen before. They are coming at us from all sides, whether it be bottle restrictions, whether it be flavor restrictions, whether it be tobacco 21, or whether it be just they want to get rid of us completely and go back to making the tax money they can off of cigarettes. This has got to stop. And as just a human being, even if you're not a vapor or a smoker, you need to look at this situation and know that this is just wrong. Contact your state representatives, your federal representatives, and, shoot an email to Donald Trump. Who knows? It might help. Every little bit helps. Every one of these sites I go on, they give me lists and lists of different representatives to contact, and it's just as easy as clicking and sending an email. Put together an email and just copy and paste it. The more people that they get to just respond to this, the more likely they are to take care of the situation. And I'm just going to leave you with this. When the dietary supplements like vitamin C and things like that were going to be put under the FDA's restriction, more people wrote in that said they did not want that to happen than did to protest the Vietnam War. And with all of those protests, the FDA does not regulate dietary supplements. This can work, and that is a perfect example of how it can work. So get off your asses, send out an email, make a few phone calls, and let's get this thing stopped. You've got to stop smoking, you're going to die, okay? 480,000 people die every year from smoking cigarettes. We've got to make a change. So I got to get out of here, guys. I got to get a shower, got to get some work done today, but I wanted to give you guys some great news, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bum 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 bum. Get your vapors, man. Stop smoking or you're gonna die. Get your vapors, man. Stop smoking or you're gonna die. Get your vapors, man. Stop smoking or you're gonna die. Once upon a time, not long ago, I smoked cigarettes and that's a big no-no. So I went down to Vapors and they hooked me up. New juice every week and I like to suck. They got miles, they got coils, they got juice galore. That's what makes Vapors the greatest store. Sit at the bar, try a new flavor, just take it from me. I'm the Big Vapor.